Like a continuation of, seems my cell, this Samsung Great Edge 7, it just shuts off. Says I just run out of whatever space for recording. It just stops right in the middle of things when I get going, and I wish I would stop doing that. I really appreciate it, because there's like a flow, there's a feeling, and it's that love, and how it makes you move, what it makes you move. If you got centered some other kind of thoughts of get to greed, you know what I mean? It's a latching on to, and it's just like an evil cast, and we just don't want to pay any attention to that, Well, just insofar as we just have to stop it to where it isn't anymore. And the women of the world are under attack. All you women, and you're under attack by Muslims. They want to take you under their thumb. And the ones that fight are the ones that are completely clothed, because it came right down to all the acid and lashes and cuttings and beatings and bruising and no telling what. They finally gave in because they wanted to live, because that's what's most important for this entity in this body, to be alive and to gather and to extend and to exterminate things that are ungodly, and that's what it seems to be the move. And the women are under attack. They make it easy for the men because they stay in control, complete utter control, and there's no 911 to call for help because they have Shahira law. It said my recording will be stopped on, and I didn't see the time, it's 2 minutes and 22 seconds now. But there was a phone call that just came in and I declined it. It's just odd to do stuff like that, and it takes you out of your thing. It's to be a distraction, because they don't like you talking like I do, I guess, and writing like I do. That's why they keep changing things like they do. AI, you had the eyes to the connection, it's that feeling, and being a being of any life, to feel you. It's a pin rest thing. Are we still going? Yeah. It hasn't cut me off yet. But there's this life, and there's love in this world, and this Lord, and this heaven coming down right now, and it's real. And I don't want to. There's a hero law that protects evil men. I mean, they're growing up males. They raped animals, That's all they do. And if they could ever get where they could rape a girl, and that's where it comes into going to another country. You're going in there and infiltrating their government. And that lets into the constructors, because contractors, they want to make money. And this guy's going to give me like 4 times the amount. Yeah, you can have it, dude. And then they start constructing mosque, and they have people in the cities, conducting their manners. So they see this signal come up, and they pass and let this mosque be built in America. And it's completely, utterly, totally against the real laws that are not to be changed, to let in these sly maneuvers. And then they populate and populate, and one day it comes out. How else can it be? Just like Vegas, but like 10,000 times that. They're just all over armed and just shooting. Like when they come out in those parades, it's like, the next time you see us, we're going to be armed. We're going to be joined with that other group that was in that city and that city. And we're all going to come out, and we're all going to blow you guys all to hell. Because you haven't surrounded a mosque. You haven't conducted patrol with all their members to take away their weapons and ammunition and food supplies, and emptied out those mosques of all these things. There's people in there teachings to these people, drilling in their heads where they haven't had the freedom. Where I can go down and I want to sit with some people and we're having friends and chat and have a couple of beers. You know, it's happy, good spirits. You know, we're going to be slobbering all over the place and drunk and going rash and killing people like that. You know, we're just having this time with ourselves. And they're going to make that against the law. But it's okay for them to run into a country and they see a woman walking by himself. But that bitch wants to be raped, you know, so they do rape her. And then the woman has to have at least 4 guys on her side that say that she got raped for her to ever prove it. So you see where this goes? Women. You have to turn these mosques into centers for being reborn, rebirth in Christ, and coming to the freedom and the forgiveness. Now, these guys have been carrying these sins for 7 centuries. What are you going to do with something like that? You know, we'd have to incinerate them, take them over to Hawaii, and feed them to that volcano that's going off, that crack is opening up more and more in the earth before it just completely, totally builds another island, and everybody on the island dies if they're not gone to another island. It'll be a smaller island because there's so many people, and they'll have to move to the other line. It'll be so overcrowded, be so much. What will they do for survival if they have to survive on their own self and their food sources? You know, you see where that goes? Well, I gotta go outside and finish what I was doing. And this will be volume number 2 of The Will of Heaven. That's the name. Peace out.